In this corner, we have the Charlotte Tillbury, Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. And in this corner, we have the NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation. And in the middle, we have a pug eating bubbles. So which foundation will win the Battle of the Foundations? Let's find out together. So I'm starting on the left side of my face with the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation in the shade 2 Neutral. And in the effort of fairness, I will be using a clean Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge with each foundation. My very first thought upon immediate application was how much this foundation reminded me of the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. Do you remember that when that came out about a year ago? It was crazy popular. So this one felt very similar to me. It had that same kind of sheen to it and that same kind of medium texture to it. So while I'm applying, let me go ahead and tell you the basics about this one. It costs $44 US for 1 fluid ounce or 30 ml of product, and they describe it as a beautiful medium coverage. It's supposed to be a buildable foundation, and they describe it as giving a healthy looking glow. So it claims to have skincare ingredients in it that are supposed to help your skin look better the more that you wear this foundation. Additionally, it's supposed to have a 16-hour wear, which we'll cover a little bit later. And pausing for just a moment so you can see the foundation versus no foundation side. So now on the right side, I'll be going in with the NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation in the shade Gobi. And does anybody else have trouble finding their shade in NARS? I don't know if it's just the lighting in the Sephora I was at, but I was struggling for a while there to figure out which shade to get, so I'm really happy that this one turned out to blend so beautifully in with my skin tone. Okay, so let's cover the basics with this one. It comes in at $49 for 1 fluid ounce. It's supposed to be a natural finish, good for dullness and uneven texture, also good for redness and good for dark spots. And much like the Charlotte Tilbury, this one also has no SPF and no fragrance, and it advertises itself also as being a skincare type foundation, so the more you wear it, it's supposed to make your skin look better. One thing I noticed right off the bat was that this foundation is a thinner consistency than the Charlotte one. It also blurred my pores more than the Charlotte side, although it did have as much of a sheen or light reflecting quality, I felt, as the Charlotte Tilbury, which you can kind of see here with one layer on both sides. They both reflect light beautifully. And right in the middle here, I had a dry patch of skin, which kind of neither foundation did a fantastic job of covering, just so you know. So after one layer, both sides looked good, but they look so similar, so I decided to go ahead and do a second layer on both sides so I could see if there were any other differences I could point out. And while I'm finishing up this side, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that Shelly sent over from Geek Out of Water. If you haven't seen her yet, you need to stop by and check out her reviews. They're fantastic. And she has been so supportive to me as I start out this new channel. Okay, so here we are with 2 layers of Charlotte on the left side, and they were right. It builds up really beautifully. And here we go on the right side with the NARS, and I have to say it wasn't quite as easy to build up as the Charlotte side because of its thinner consistency, so I had to work with it just a little bit more to get it to blend evenly. Okay, so here we are finishing up the 2 layers of NARS, and then I'm taking everything down my neck to blend in. So here's the test. Charlotte on the left and NARS on the right. I wore this around all day and no one knew that I was wearing 2 different foundations because they really looked so similar, at least at first. So a close-up on the Charlotte side here. You can really see that sheen. And then, whoa, super close-up on the other side with the NARS. I really liked how the NARS blurred my pores though. So when I initially put them both on, I couldn't decide which side I liked better. They looked very similar, but I would say the only difference was that the NARS side just looked a touch more matte and more refined. So here we are with the final makeup look, and again, not a huge difference between the two if you didn't know I was wearing 2 different foundations. And everything from powder to blush to bronzer blended beautifully over both. So while I'm showing you how the foundations look in different types of light, I should probably mention that this battle was so close. I kept going back and forth all day trying to decide which one I liked better. So I decided to write out a list that I'm going to share with you to kind of compare the two. So the Charlotte foundation comes in just slightly cheaper. They're both medium coverage, where Charlotte has the dewy sheen, NARS has the natural finish. But I want to show you a picture at the end of the day. Now Charlotte is supposed to be a 16-hour wear, but this was at the end of 8 hours. It was almost completely gone on my chin, and everywhere else was very patchy. Whereas the NARS, it doesn't advertise itself as being long wearing, but I found that it lasted a lot longer than the Charlotte Tilbury. So after going back, looking at the pictures, looking at the video, and reflecting on how these two foundations performed during the day, I did come up with a winner. I would say that the NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation won by just a hair over the Charlotte Tilbury. But I'm so interested to hear what you guys think. Have you tried them? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And as always, thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.